Hi, I'm Jeff.
Hi, I'm Olivia. Welcome to Calico Adventures. So today we decided, because it is still cold and still late winter, we can't do too much of our usual hiking, nature kind of stuff, but we can still enjoy the bluff country. So what are we doing today, Jeff?
We're going up to Red Wing, then we'll cross over into Wisconsin, and then we'll come south from there.
We're gonna figure out where we end up in Wisconsin. Eventually, we're gonna make it back over to Minnesota because that's where we live. But we are currently at the Welcome to Minnesota Welcome Center, which is on I-90 with Wisconsin just that way, Minnesota on this side, and the beautiful Lock and Dam here
Wisconsin right behind us.
It's a bit chilly, so hopefully we have a great time in our nice warm car in the sunshine. So come on, let's go to our first stop. So this is our first stop on our journey.
Here in the city of Winona, Minnesota.
And Winona was settled by white settlers in 1851 and then was incorporated in 1857. This site was originally the land of a branch of Dakota, and the name Winona is
a legendary figure in the Dakota Sioux history.
All right, so we are currently standing in the band shell, and unfortunately the wind is blowing into it, so it's quite cold. It's beautiful here. The views are panoramic. Sugarloaf Bluff is just a little bit back that way, a very famous bluff. And we are in Lake Park, which has Lake Winona off to our left. It's also home to the most millionaires in one city in the entire country.
No. It was historically.
Oh, historically.
Back in the early 1900s.
That makes sense.
It's also known as the City of the Island or something is its nickname.
City of the Island, that makes sense.
The Island City, something.
Smack dab in the middle
like
of Mississippi.
Yep. After our fun little jaunt in Winona, we are now heading north on our journey. We're heading to Wabasha, where we will have a brief stop at the historic Anderson House Hotel. We are driving through historic downtown Wabasha, and here we have the Anderson House Hotel, opened in 1856, and it is the oldest historic hotel in Minnesota. It is also alleged to be haunted.
The haunting is said to be by a girl named Sarah, who is waiting for her husband, who she thought went out onto the river and drowned, but he was never actually on the river. So she continues to wait for him, and it's not a bad haunting. They say she's actually quite friendly. Jeff will want to stay here one day.
Absolutely.
So we've just left Wabasha, and now we are heading to the Reed's Landing Scenic Overlook, which supposedly has a great view over the Mississippi River. So let's go.
So here we are at Reed's Landing, just off of Lake Pepin. which has its own cryptid, a cousin of Nessie from what they say, and they call it Pepin.
So Lake Pepin is a part of the Mississippi River that I believe is dammed up. So what we're seeing across the lake here is actually Wisconsin.
The Lake Pepin marker.
Lake Pepin is a place that has a lot of activity on the water in the summertime. You see sailboats and you see pontoons, kayaks. So that's what it's like in the summertime. And all along the Minnesota side here are great spots to stop and enjoy the view. And one of our favorite places we're going to show you today is going to also be with a great view of Lake Pepin.
Now our next stop is going to be Lake City, and we'll show you our favorite picnic spots.
Welcome to Lake City. It is the city named for this lake. Lake Pepin, which was so named by Father Lewis Hennepin. Lake City was incorporated in 1872, and a lot of Lake City enjoys these beautiful views of Lake Pepin. And this exact spot is actually where Jeff and I have come picnicking before. And as you can see down that way, you've got beaches, beautiful sandy beaches, and then you have the marina harbor and lots of marina boats that Jeff will share some pictures of.
Lake Pepin, which is the Mississippi River, it's frozen.
It's cold and windy.
All right, where are we going next?
Next, we are heading up to downtown Red Wing, which is home to Red Wing Shoes, a nuclear power plant, and a Duluth Trading Company. Welcome to downtown Red Wing. It is a charming place with lots of fun stores like one of our favorites, Duluth Trading Company. There is a formal Red Wing shoe store, which this is where they're from. Coming up on our right here, we've got the oofta shop. Oofta is an expression used by people in this part of the country, usually to signify something heavy, whether literal or figurative, or just, you know, plopping down or standing up. Those are very common things as well. And that massive bluff in front of us, we actually saw somebody walking on a trail up there, so maybe this summer when it's not so cold, we'll give it a try and see if it's a fun one to do. Right now, though, we are going to take the bridge that we are just now going under, and we are going to go across the river and start our Wisconsin side of the journey here. So we are driving down, is it Highway 35 here?
35. Yep.
And we came across this absolutely beautiful view of the lake from this side of the river. Of course, it's still windy, and this side actually has a bit more snow, but what a view. What a beautiful view. Shall we continue onwards?
Yes. What's our next destination?
Our next destination, if we can find it okay, is in theory something to do with Maiden Rock Bluff, which should be coming up in a few miles here. So here we are at Maiden Rock Bluff State Natural Area. We are at the top where there is a hiking path, but we will not be taking it like a couple other people who are taking it today. But this place, it would be absolutely beautiful in the summertime. I can totally see just a crazy amount of birds, and I can hear birds already. And the sun is really nice, but if it was like this in about 3 or 4 months, this would be a beautiful place to come back and do some hiking.
Yeah, we are absolutely coming back during the summer.
So now we are leaving Maiden Rock State Natural Area here in Wisconsin. Our next stop, a very cool place for some of you who might like Midwest historical novels or perhaps TV shows from the latter half of the 20th century. So that'll be our next stop in the town of Pepin. We are in the town of Pepin now, which is home to the birthplace of well-known author and I would say historian Laura Ingalls Wilder. So if you're somebody who's ever read the Laura Ingalls books, this would be the first one, Little Girl in the Big Woods, I think is what it was called. And so this is the Laura Ingalls Museum. We did pass the birthplace of Laura Ingalls Wilder farther back there in Pepin. Next up, we are gonna try and find a free sculpture garden in the little tiny town of Milton. So it's gonna be our last stop for today's trip. So come on with us and we'll keep going. So we are at the Prairie Moon Sculpture Garden and Museum. Oh, look at that.
It's a sand castle, but instead of sand, it's rocks and concrete.
It looks like concrete in there, yeah. What a cool way to make sculptures. Got some classic windmills here. Wow, those are really cool. The animals are really cool. I like the elephants myself. Not to size either, because the swans are a lot bigger than the elephants. And all of these sculptures were made by a gentleman named Herman Rush. He was born in 1885, and after his death, they were taken over by the Kohler Foundation, I believe they're called. And they gifted this to the city, by city I mean the township, or the small unincorporated area of Milton here in western Wisconsin. Wow, this is really cool. And these look like they're clay pots were used as a mold.
Yeah, or the terracotta pot.
Yeah, the terracotta pots.
This looks like a bird bath.
It does look like a really big bird bath. Oh, we have this mission church here first. Wow. Look at that. That is so cool. I'm getting a picture.
Getting a picture too, so this is a photographer view.
Looks like the Tower of Rapunzel would stay in. Realistic size.
Shorter.
No, realistic size. The colors in this one are glass bottles. These are bottle shards that he stuck in there to give them a little bit of a shine.
Look at the sun just shining right into that.
It's beautiful.
This is an incredible statue. All made from rocks. That's just wild. No pun intended.
But look at this snake. Wow. Oh, he's angry at something. But in my opinion, the best one is probably this absolutely massive one here. Look at how thin those lines are. And to get them to stand up like that, and the wind that we've been dealing with today, and a lot bigger wind. Yeah, this is probably the most incredible one here. A feat of engineering right here. Wow.
Tina Tuna continues to enjoy life, playing and sleeping in sunspots and begging to go outside. We're taking her to a specialist soon to discuss permanent solutions for her eye, though, since she's not a fan of the eye drops. Keep thinking about her and make sure to follow us on social media for updates.
Are you done? You done, baby kitty? You are absolutely covered in catnip. Absolutely covered, Tina Tuna. What can you do about it?
We are powered by coffee. Check out the link in the description to learn more about how you can support us. We'll see you next time.